Hello, happy Sunday. Hello, hello. I don't know if we're going to be a tiny group because of Easter. Luther wants to smell this bat really bad. Does it smell good? I don't know. I have no idea what today will be like. But I missed last week, so I didn't want to cancel. How are you? Are you okay? What are you doing? Oh, goodness. So I went to the, stop. Ann Arbor Fibre Expo last weekend and bought this from Carrie's booth. Hello. And please excuse me. We had lunch like right before, half an hour maybe before we were here, and I ate something spicy and now my nose is running a little bit. So if I'm a little sniffly, I'm fine. But I ate a whole bunch of pepper and now I'm making myself laugh and it's just a little runny. So hello. And I bought this bat from Carrie. I know some of you guys weren't here when I said it. I'm going to spin it. Elizabeth said, I'm so jelly. I wanted to shop Carrie's booth so bad. I know. Things happen. What are you going to do? I got to run into a couple people. I can't get this open. There, Lydia, who's Disney knitter. I don't know if she'll be here today. And then Mr. Tom, and then somebody from Mitchell Wool Company who was working in their booth was like, I know you. And I was like, hi. It was kind of cool. Hello, Irini. She said, hi guys, hope you're all fine. Hi, Moni. Erin, hello. Erin, how do you love your new job? Erin works at the Yarn Barn. I cannot get this open. I got it. I think. Is it open already? What am I doing? It's open all the way. Rachel said it's so pretty. She might watch, but I don't think Carrie's going to be here today, but maybe. I don't know. Hello, Shanna. We haven't seen you in a while. Excuse me. See? Spicy. Hello, and happy Easter. Yep, Arini said lovely color. Sharon said it's been a while since I caught a live. I know, Sharon. Where have you been? You've been too busy for us? I'm just joking. I don't want to make anybody feel bad. Danielle said it's so gorgeous. Good job, Carrie. You guys should have seen the one that she was carding when we were actually there. If I hadn't already picked two out, I probably would have bought it. Marie said hello from Massachusetts. I'm excited to see you live for the first time. Welcome. She said, I'm always too late. I love your channel. Thank you. We're glad you're here. Hello, Nyla. Cheryl said hello from sunny Saskatchewan. I'm glad it's sunny there. It's sunny here. It is over 55 degrees here. We're pretty excited. That's like, I don't know, 12 or 13 Celsius, I think. I'm not very good at the conversion. Okay, Erin said about her job, I love it, but working full-time retail is not for the faint of heart. I feel like working retail is not for the faint of heart, period. Julie, hello. Shanna said, been getting the homestead situated for spring, hatching chickens this year for the first time. How is it going? I just asked John this morning if he's ready to get chickens, and he said no. Hi, Abir. Abir said, what's up, birthday girl? It's over. I am not good with my birthday. I will be honest with you guys. I do not feel comfortable like celebrating myself. That sounds so strange, doesn't it? I don't feel comfortable at all. Alice said it's under 80 here today. Also excited. You're in Florida, right, Alice? Hello, Bonnie. Oh no, Craft Design said it's snowing 2 to 4 inches at least. I would cry. Kai said it's 80 degrees out earlier this week. You lucky. Hello, Pete. Pete, how are you? I've been thinking about you and wondering how you're doing, if you're getting settled and if everything's okay and good. Deb is totally ready for chickens. Deb, maybe it's closer than you thought. Cheryl said snow is melting, ours is gone. Elizabeth said I think his answer is pretty predictable. John has chicken stories. His dad got quite a good sized flock of chickens for, I don't know, a couple of years, maybe just 1 year when he was a teenager. And there was 1 or 2 roosters. And he's got some crazy stories about those roosters. So I think that's plays into why he never wants chickens. Sarah said, not at all. I don't do my birthday either. I mean, I don't want to go too deep into it. Some of you guys would be like, what? She's so messed up. But I have issues. I have a lot of issues. Pete said it's been a fussy chicken day. Their run is sorted. Pete, did you get chickens at your new place? Are you moved in? Hey, lady, hello. Hope you're having a great weekend, too. Alice said, I get it, Trisha. I like to go underground for my birthday unless food is involved. Yeah, like I had cake. I mean, don't get crazy. Any excuse to have cake. Abir said the whole month of August is a party for me. So my sister would always, like, on March 1st, she'd be like, it's my birthday month. And we would, like, celebrate the whole month. And I loved it. I love that for her, but I don't feel comfortable. Alice said, yes, Florida. I thought so. I would just, every once in a while, like I know your region, but I'll get the state wrong. Not you, but, you know, different people. Deb said, we might be, wink, wink. Kai said, just borrowed my friend's drum carter and cannot wait to play on it. How can you even stand it, Kai? I would be like, it's always the first thing I do. Take it out of the box and start cranking it. What kind did you borrow? Eileen said, hello. I saw your sweater earlier, Eileen. She said, I might have started cooking dinner a bit late so I can still join you all, even if only for a little bit. Happy Easter. Happy Easter. I'm glad you could join us for a few minutes. Pete said they have 4 chickens. Hello, Kathia. Sarah said, I have issues with my birthday too, Trish. I actually really appreciate when you guys tell me that I'm not all alone in my weirdness and my issues. I so appreciate it. You have no idea. Okay, Pete said moving next year to France. I thought you guys were in the process, Pete. Elizabeth said, I'm not a fan of my birthday either. Not so great things tend to happen on my birthday. I get it. That is a big part of it for me. So we're not gonna. Oh, Carrie did make it. I was saying, Carrie, that I wasn't sure if you were going to be able to be here. Abir said, hey, Alice, how's the spindle working out? Alice said, found some Cheviot. Someone will always correct me. It doesn't matter. First or second spin to experiment with purple booger is looking orange. What? Alum and lemon zest for mordant. Interesting. It's a Louette drum carter. Don't remember the name. Hello, Kat. How are you? Oh, it's like old home week. I love it. Sarah said, you being honest about your weirdness makes me feel better about my weirdness. I would hope if I did anything, number one, I would make you guys not afraid to like not get it right with Fibre. And when I say right, I mean like not what you want. But also, that's the other thing. Like, I want people to understand that they can be really who they are and everybody will still love you. Well, not everybody, but you know, the rest of those people, who cares? Alice said, a beer holding off on a second spin for now. Might want to film my learning process. Hello, Crystal. Brenda said, I'm feeling under the weather, so I'm skipping Easter festivities with the family. Luther's moving. But I'm glad to be here with you all. We're glad too. I'm not glad you're sick, but I'm glad you're here. Abir said, out of 7 kids, oh my Lord, Luther. I'm the only one that enjoys birthdays. Interesting. Hello, Cynthia. How are you? Gosh, I haven't seen you in forever. I miss you. Cynthia knows me in real life. Crystal said in Scotland they say, I don't know, that doesn't help me with pronunciation. You're spelling it the same. Sorry. Pete said my brother's first anniversary was 2 days before my birthday this year. We went out and had a celebration for him and me. I bet that was nice. A beer said, Alice, I'm looking forward to that. I'm learning very slowly. Craft Design said, your honesty is what brings me back. I'm so glad. Joanne said hi to you. She said hi to you. Hey Lady said, finally made a second bobbin, so I'm currently plying 2-ply for the first time on the fence. If I like chain ply or 2-ply better, it can be hard to do. Thanks, Sharon. Carrie made this. And you know what? Cynthia's just got a new grandchild too. And she is very cute. It's a little girl. Maybe she can marry my grandson. It would be Poppy and Peregrine. That is perfect. They should get married. Can we work that out? Just kidding. Hi, Andy. Andy said, hi, I wasn't expecting to see you today. Well, I wasn't here last week, Andy. And we didn't do a family get together for Easter. My son's like at his dad's and, you know. So it was okay. It worked out all right for me. Oh, Cynthia said, I miss you terribly. I'm sure I'll see you soon, though. Alice said, in the meantime, working through the last of the 10 ounces of neon from Trish before tackling the next pound. What did I send? Alice, did you win these Dr. Seuss? You must have, right? Sarah said, I enjoy my birthday, but I feel weird for wanting to celebrate because it wasn't... What do you mean? It wasn't really celebrate. Wanting to... Okay. Kat, I was reading it again to make sure I didn't mess up. Kat said, I hope you had a lovely weekend. There's been some health issues for me over the last couple months. Still not fixed, but officially got told it's not the big bad. I'm so glad for you, Kat. I didn't know that. I'm down off the panic train. Alice said, that's gorgeous bat, Carrie. Kai said, going to start carding on alpaca fleece soon. Going to blend it with a wee bit of silk. That'll be nice. Sharon said, if there's purple, I love it. Sarah, hang on, I just messed my screen up. Sarah said, sorry, hit enter too soon. Celebrated when I was a kid. And if I had mentioned it coming up, I would be accused of being passive aggressive. I'm so sorry. I think a lot of us get messed up about those kinds of things when we're kids, Sarah. My issues definitely come from then. And I don't think I realized it until this year. And I'm 49. And I just figured it out. Carrie said, I was all, ooh, nice bat. And then I recognized it. You made it. Pizza just ordered my first sweater pattern from Tin Can Knits. I'm ready to go big. I love Tin Can Knits patterns. What is the pattern, Pete? Tell us. Marie said, I've been spinning for 6 years with spindles only. I finally bought an Ashford Kiwi 3. I spun my first 2 bobbins. I still have to ply them. By the way, happy Easter. Well, good for you. Dang. Go big or go home. Now I got to adjust this dumb wheel. Here we go. Kat said, love this fiber. I haven't spun in ages, but I have finished a few whips. Do you guys say whips or do you say the words? Crystal said, I won the fight over my laptop. Let's see how long I can stay. Cynthia said, great idea. Right? Then we'll be family. And beautiful fiber. Eileen said, hey, Abir, have you gotten your spindle too? Can't wait to see how you and Alice are getting on with your Turkish spindles. Looks like within the tribe we are acquiring quite a flock of... It does, Turks. Yes, I remember that now, Alice. I don't know why, because a lot of times it really kind of blends together, like who won what. I think Crystal just recently won one. But I do remember that now. Alice said, I fear I might become a spindle hoarder. I think that's pretty... It's hard not to, like, once you start, just keep buying more. Hi, Nikki. Craft Design said, with age comes wisdom. When is mine coming? When is it coming? I still make dumb mistakes all the time. Kat said, OMG, are you turning 50 this year too? Next year. I just had a birthday. Crystal said, how many here are turning 50 this year? My birthday was Friday. Oh, come on. What is with this guy? Kat said, love tin can knits patterns. I've done 3 love notes and I'm planning another. Abir said, I did, Eileen. I contacted Ian and he told me it arrived in Canada. It turns out my sister got it after I left and forgot to tell me. I'll work with it in August and then when I'm back in Toronto. Kat said, we do say whips. I say whips, Elizabeth said. Carrie said, I hope I never stop learning new things about myself. Me too, because I have so much to work on. I literally, you guys, I'm going to tell you the truth. I literally went in my bathroom and sat in there and had a cry yesterday about it. Not yesterday, Friday. And thought like to myself, I thought I was so far along in my journey and I am not. So I'm just like as messed up as anybody. I'm more messed up than most of you. Pete said, I was 59 last month, Crystal. Happy birthday, Pete. Carrie said, OMG, I keep buying spindles and not using them. I'm going to turn my speed down just a little bit. Venus said, I wish. Craft Design said, even at 62, you make mistakes, but you understand them better. Crystal's 50 this year. I noticed I am fighting the silly age crisis thing because it's going to happen regardless. Shanna said, did the 50 already? Best is yet to come. I hope so. Kat said, yes, of course it was silly me. Joanne said, happy birthday. Oh, thanks. Yes, I agree. Kai is going to be a teenager this year. Kai, can't believe it because we've been watching you since you were like 9? I'm not sure how long. It's been a long time since the first time you emailed me. Remember that? I do. Eileen said, Alice, I have 5 now. They all have their use. That's not hoarding. It is not hoarding. You need those. If they all have different uses, it's like a person who has a whole bunch of different screwdrivers. You need that. Tracy, hello, Teresa. Tracy said, I say whips. Alice said to Carrie, send them to me. Andy said, I made 2 love notes in a row. Now I'm working on the lento. Sarah said, oops. Healing isn't linear and you can't skip to the end. You're doing good. Oh, don't make me cry now. Having a good cry is super healthy. I just had to come out. Hi, Dylan. Evening all. I was 50 in January. Didn't want to celebrate. My partner had other ideas. Nice. Literally had a meltdown. I'll find out, though. Good. Elizabeth said, I get that, but just like for everything else, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Oh, gosh. I think I needed to hear that. Cheryl said, I'm a spindle spinner, working on some great, hand-dyed merino. Okay. Arini. Okay, what happened? Kat said, bless you, but seriously, you just do you. None of us are getting out of here alive. It's true. Alice said to Eileen, you've only just begun, so have I. Only have 5, including the one I loaned to Wendy. Hey, ladies turning 49. Welcome. In November, really feeling old. My youngest turned 17 Thursday. Oh, please. My youngest and only is going to be 25 at the end of this month. Crystal said our little boy is growing up. He is growing up, Crystal. We were watching, I think I mentioned it to Kai. We were watching an Instagram video or a short on YouTube or something. And John and I looked at each other and he goes, he is so grown up all of a sudden. Like, what happened? Stop it. Tracy said, I think that many of us enjoy the giving but not the receiving. I have to force myself to receive gracefully so that the giver knows my appreciation. It is hard, right? Pete said it's the basic range that Tin Can Knits did. I'm so excited to start on big projects, not hats or scarves. It is exciting. Abir said, wisdom is acceptance. I'm turning 49 this year and I accept myself and that gives me peace. Eileen said, exactly, Trish, you get it. Like screwdrivers. That is exactly it. I mean, it is kind of like I have all those wheels, but each one is good for a different thing, you know, or best at a different thing. Kat said, yay to the imminently 50 club. Carrie said, now I'm going to have that song in my head. You've only just begun. Sing it, Karen Carpenter. Just sing it. Venus said, my oldest just turned 50. Well, and I think, I'm just going to tell you guys, it'll be on YouTube, but I'm sure no one else will hear it, right? It's just us. My sister was 48 when she passed away. And I think maybe this birthday, like, got me that way because she never got to be this age, you know? It sounds so silly, kind of, but I think that got me that way too, a little bit. Okay, wait. I came unrolled. Such a weenie. Cheryl said, I'm 66 in August. One of my grands turned 18 on the 5th. Does that make you feel old? I don't feel old. I never feel old. Yes, Venus said work in progress. That's what whips means. Aaron said birthdays can be hard. Totally understand. Turning 40 shook me and then became super thankful. 40 did nothing for me. I didn't care at all. I was like, woo, 40. Joanne said 49 is way in my rearview mirror. Sharon said youngest got married in October and now my oldest son 32 getting married in July. Oh my gosh. Carrie said it's a blessing of illness, I guess. I already feel 80, so what's 50? You feel 80, really? You don't seem like it. Like you feel that way. Kat said, well, you know me, took up pole dancing at the ripe old age of 48, growing old very disgracefully. I plan on disgrace, 100%. I will choose disgrace. That's my t-shirt for the week. Chris said, not silly at all. Alice said, to Carrie, hugs. Carrie said, it's not silly at all, Trish. I mean, silly's not the right word. I am so lucky that I had her and all that stuff. And, you know, it's been going almost 11 years. So it's not like I cry every day about it anymore. I'm thankful. Whatever. I don't know. Eileen said, not silly at all, very understandable. Cynthia said, makes total sense, love you. I love you too. Chris said, John's father and brother both died at 36. Okay. I think that it's weird, but when we have loved ones like that, we do think about that year. You know what I mean? It's hard not to. Venus said, I cried on my 30th birthday because I realized I will not stay young the rest of my life. Do you feel now like being young isn't all it's cracked up to be? Because I do. Chris said, every day on this side of the turf is a blessing. That's right. Sarah said, my best friend passed when we were 28. I understand that having a birthday now hurts. I'm 45 now. Gosh, you've had a lot since then, huh? Not that you're old, but I'm just saying. That came out so wrong. But like you think about it every year. Kat said, I settled into a lovely state of giving less fluffs when I hit 40 and I'm still going. So I love it. Carrie said, well, being honest, I suppose I don't know what 80 feels like. You just seem young at heart. You know what I mean? Elizabeth said 40 didn't do much to me either, but 45 got me this year. And I ended up with a puppy for my mini midlife crisis. You know what? It could be so much worse of a crisis thing. Right? I mean, she is adorable. What a cute crisis you had. Erin said, I will choose disgrace. Do I think that's perfect? Shannon said, my dad Shanna passed at 59 and I will be 54 in May 1st, and it bothers me at times. See? Rachel said, I'm turning 38 this year, but it feels like I'm 80. Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. It got away from me. Okay. Venus said, yeah, I wasn't there yet. Joanne said, my mom is 93 and my dad is 100. I'm doomed. Oh my goodness, your dad is 100, really? Carrie said, being young sort of sucked. Kat said, I totally get it. Grief just hits you at times. There's no set schedule. Yeah. Crystal said, Kai, you still have your nano, and what do you think of it? Sarah said, I know. Elizabeth is laughing at Deb. Pete said, I tell people I'm 60 even though I'm not. I always get told I look old. Reverse psychology. Chris said, Pete, you figured it out. Oh. Kate said, hey there. Hey, Kate. Working on a cute multicolored gnome for my daughter. So many 1x1 cables. At least it's probably little, right? A little multicolored gnome. Carrie said it's pronounced immature. Immature? Abir said, so tribe, I've made a choice to divide my day into 2-hour windows to do different crafts, knit, card, spin. Will it work? No idea. Am I going to try? Yes, please. Well, what is the reason for dividing it? So you don't spend the whole day on one thing? Sounds like a good day. I'll say that. Marie said, I turned 58 in March and my only daughter is 29. I feel great. I am planning a great retirement with my husband of 40 years. Oh, that's so sweet. When is the retirement coming? Like, is it super soon? Kai said, Crystal, I like it for when I'm traveling and sampling. Okay. What do you prefer, Kai? Sarah said, like when you're not traveling. Sarah said, my husband and I will be empty nesters this fall when our youngest goes to college. I thought that was hard, Sarah, but you get through it and then you're like, this is actually great. But it's like a big, hard transition. Chris said, Abir, great idea, like being in college. There you go. Alice also thinks it sounds fun. Abir said, that is like school, Chris. Joanne said, love that purple. I know, isn't it cool? We're spinning it off the end like a big sushi roll again. Lynn said, oops, every time I get here halfway through. Are we halfway through already? Almost. That's okay though, Lynn. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Abir said, Alice, I want to do so much. I don't manage my time well. I have that problem sometimes. Although I did finish warping my loom today with 20 yards of warp. So I'm going to be weaving for a while. Carrie said to Abir, I set a timer for 30 minutes and do that. I couldn't stick with one thing for 2 whole hours. I do that sometimes too. And then I let myself stay if I want to, but I never get to leave early, if that makes sense. Crystal said to Kai, does it have a groove worn in the orifice, the big hole? Abir said, Carrie, I agree with you. Venus said, people always think I'm 60. I just look very pleased and tell them they are my new best friends. I'm 71. I'm going to tell people that too. I mean, I have had people tell me before that I look younger than I am. Not a ton. It's not like they're shocked or anything. And I always ask them if they want to go on vacation with me because they're my new bestie. Abir said the 2 hours is so I don't stay too long with one thing. Okay, so that's your limit. I see. Okay. So do you love it so much that you get absorbed in things? Because I do sometimes get in that zone and can't, stop myself, obsess. Not saying you obsess, but I do. Kai said, no, I don't use it as much as I should. I prefer to use my grandfather's. Okay. Kat said, I have to reset my work area per craft so it would... Oh, I just lost it. I'm sorry. It's too fast. Carrie said, Abir, there are so many things I want to work on that I get overwhelmed if I don't do that. Alice said, I actually finished a project, tore out some embroidery on the linen jacket that I decided didn't work in that spot, so now it's done and in the laundry. That's cool. Brenda said, I thought I was turning 58 on my last birthday in September. I was pleasantly surprised by my husband to find out I was turning 57. Look at you, you're youthening. Sarah said, I'm actually looking forward to not having so many dishes to wash. That was weird. The dishes and the laundry was weird. Abir said, Tribe, I'm adding sewing to the mix. I don't know what is happening. It's interesting, Abir, because I'm feeling the urge to sew lately. And as everyone knows, sewing's really not my thing. Laura said, retired for 1.5 years, loving it, and I'm always busy. My baby is 35. Today I'm doing a toe on a sock. Nice. Tracy said, empty nesting was very hard at first, but now we found our stride and love it. See, the same, Tracy, exactly the same. I found it very, very hard, and then I got used to it, and I was like, this is great. Sharon said, I'm still plugging away on my half and half wrap, but earlier I had to set timer for reading, trying to get back into reading. I often listen to audiobooks while I knit because I feel like I don't have enough time to read. Alice said, I feel you, Brenda. I'm really only guessing my age these days. Too lazy for the calculator. Irene said, I turned 47 this year. I don't think it made a difference. I still think of myself as 20. Me too. Totally. Kat said, I usually get ages in my early 30s. I'm not hating it now. I never would get that. No one thinks that about me, but that's okay. Abir said, the first time I saw you in a video, I was like, who is this youngster interested in spinning? Oh, Abir. Where do you want to go on vacation this year? Pete said, my son keeps asking me when I'm going to grow up, and that's a result. I don't really want to grow up. Hello, Angie. Faraday Farm said, empty nesting sucks except for the extra money and the extra time and reconnecting with your best friends, the extra space. Carrie said, my loom. Brenda said, let's see, age is only a number anyways, right? Yeah. Yes, Kai, you must be going, right? Kai said almost 25 days until Maryland. Is anyone else going to Maryland Sheep and Wool? I don't have plans this year. It really snuck up on me, kind of. Alice said to Abir, not seeing a problem with that. I'm going to a felting class at the Blue Ridge Fibre Fest in June, because why not? Joanne said, food doesn't disappear with an empty nest. I can plan on leftovers. Yes. Abir said, Alice, you're the best. Kathia's got to go. Bye, Kathia. It's nice to see you. Taking a plane home and they're closing the doors. See you guys next week. Yes, Shanna said we're all 28 in the afterlife. Oh, okay. Carrie said, whoops, my loom stand arrived early and I haven't been able to set it up. A fully warped loom is just taunting me. I want to sew with my own fabric. I am going to sew some, I think, with what I'm doing now. Pete said, I have no intentions of growing up. Me either. And Abir said, Barbados looks nice. Okay. Sally said, I just turned 40. Oh my goodness. Sharon said, yeah, empty nest hard at first, but now is okay. Essentially, now that both will be married and both have been out of the house for about 5 years now, it really feels officially empty. My son used to get up in the middle of the night and eat peanut butter out of the pantry. And like one day we didn't know this. One day I woke up, went in the pantry, and there was a spoon. Actually, I think John sent me a picture. In the peanut butter, sitting in the open peanut butter on the pantry shelf. And I was like, how long have you been doing this? Like eating a spoon and sticking it back. So gross. But that doesn't happen anymore. Pete asked, is everyone clicking the like button? Oh yeah, you guys, please click the like button. Bye, Kai. Kai's gotta go. Kat said, I gotta take Annie for a quick walk. Have a good evening. Bye, Kat. It was nice to see you. Holly said, I just dyed up 3 pounds of merino top, some hand spun merino and some locks. Wow. I am new at dyeing, but getting better with each batch. I am loving this fiber journey. That's really exciting. That's a lot. Carrie said, just after our middle child went off to school, someone asked Dan if we missed the kids. We laughed and laughed. I mean, I do still sometimes miss them, but I also really like not finding a spoon in the peanut butter. Lynn said, sewing with hand woven is the dream. What I have on my loom right now, I'm hoping to make some bags out of, but we'll see how it goes. I'm not the best seamstress. But if I don't sew more often, I'm not going to get better. Eileen has to go too. Easter supper. Bye, Eileen. Yes, see you soon. Elizabeth said that's when he gets his very own jar of peanut butter. No joke. If I had known. Ugh. So gross. Holly said, I'm currently warping my new floor standing loom, and I'm a brand new weaver, and this is killing me. I have so many tangles. I haven't put anything. I'm sorry. I think something went typoed. I haven't put anything, the hedges yet either. I don't know what that means. Deb said, that's totally my husband. He's not leaving that I know of. Thank you, Sharon. Faraday Farm said, also, I don't have to hide the good candy anymore. We used to hide it, and now we just leave it in the pantry. Joanne said, yes, empty nest means you successfully raise your kids. I mean, I do feel that way, you know, that the fact that they are all taking care of themselves is pretty cool. And they all have their own lives, and that was our goal. But you still miss them at first. It's just a big transition, you know? Sarah said, food's done. Gotta go get a bra and go. See y'all next week. Bye, Sarah. Oh, Chris said, I get to see both of my daughters next week for 5 days. Yay. That's awesome. Erin said, speaking of weaving, I've been trying to get my new to me, is it Macomber loom up and running. Sectional warping seems intense to me. Erin, I did it this week for the second time, and the video is going to be up on Tuesday because I feel like there's not a lot of videos out there, although you have the benefit of the people at the store. Although I didn't take advantage of the best part of sectional warping, and I made a mistake, so maybe I'll save you. I don't know. I do love it though if you want a long warp, because I put 20 yards on. Irini said, will you make a video of your loom? Hope you do. I did. I filmed it, and I filmed John helping me fix the mistake I made. Carrie said to Faraday Farm, we had the don't touch my stuff cupboard. If you didn't put that thing in the cupboard, you couldn't take it out. That was really smart. Hello, Terry. Kate said, I know I will miss them someday, but 6 kids under age 11. Wow. Don't leave lots of time for crafting or sleeping. You all sound like you live in paradise. Kate, I mean, you're still going to miss them. But it's okay to miss them and enjoy getting some of your time back, too. Crystal said, I think I'm at the point of admitting my sweater is going on hiatus for a few months. I'll have to take notes so I remember what I was doing. Which one are you knitting, Crystal? I don't remember. I am currently knitting one of our sons a Aaron Dreams. I posted a picture here and there, and I'm almost done with, like, the body is up to the armpits and the back is almost done. So then I have to knit, you know, the front up to here and then sleeves, and I can be done. And he is tall like John, so the sleeves take forever, but it's okay. Carrie said, I do love seeing my kids and getting to know them as adults. That's fun. I love that too. Brenda said, I got my Nora's vintage Afghan all put together. I keep forgetting to post a pic. I would love to see a pic of that, Brenda. Elizabeth meant hi, Terry. Hi ho. Lynn said, oh, new loom. To me or to Aaron? I do have a new one. This is my second warp on it, and my second time sectional warping. The first time was on my old loom. Chris said, question, when you are working on a new whooping board, I don't know what that is, can you let threads kind of overlap along each peg, or do they have to line up like a stack? They can overlap. You mean with the warping bar thing? Oh, no. On a warping... You mean on a warping board, yeah. So they should not overlap, but you can push them down after you've done that run or whatever you want to call it. After you've gone through the entire run, you can push them down, but you want them all to be the exact same length. So you definitely don't want them to stack up while you're doing it. I hope that makes sense. That's a little bit hard to explain. Elizabeth said, yes, Brenda, you know we want to see it. See? Of course I do. Carrie said that full-time job is still cramping my style though. 100%. I used to feel that way all the time. I get it. I feel like housework still cramps my style. Erin said, oh yay, stoked for your video then. Yeah, having the pros helping me get going has been awesome. Seriously, endless wealth of information. I bet it's really nice. Then quite a selection of tools and goodies. So nice. Yes, warping not whooping. It took me a minute. Oh, Crystal said Dark Academia. That's right. I'm pretty sure I saw that one. Chris said, I don't know. Maybe whooping seems more appropriate. Yeah. Oh, okay. Aaron said, I'm pretty sure this old Macomber was used at KU at one point. It's been so much fun learning about it. Alice said, Chris, I try to keep them side by side. What Trish said. Oh, Chris, if I have too many, I usually make 3 warps if I do like dish towels. I'll do 3 that are between 6 and 7 inches wide. Because it's so many threads, it's a lot. It's not unusual to make multiple warps that way. Elizabeth said, yes, the job and the housework take up way too much of my Fibre time. Brenda said I copped out and didn't do an I-cord bind off like I originally planned. I did a crab stitch, or otherwise known as reverse single crochet border. Oh, nice. But I bet that looks really nice. Lynn said, this is why I turn it off immediately when I get a new phone. I probably should turn mine off. I'm telling you. Chris said, okay, yeah, good to know. I mean, I do cram it together though. Like I said, after I do a full run so that the tension is right, I do push them down together. But I still like to make more than one, because that would be like 520 strands or something usually for my dish towels, and that's a lot to just keep organized basically. Sharon said, I love a nice I-cord edge. I love how they look too, Sharon, but sometimes it's a lot. They go so slowly. Carrie said, I'm knitting a mindless slouchy beanie for Dan out of the bat he made. That's nice. That kind of reminds me, talking about I-cord going slowly, that it's Sock Madness. I don't know if I've really mentioned it much, but I made it to round 4. Is anyone else knitting it? Elizabeth said, I bet Dan will love that, Carrie. I'm sure he's going to love it. What colors? Wait, did I see it? I feel like I might have seen it. I need caffeine. Chris said, what's happening in the sock world? Do you mean with the Sock Madness, or I don't know, or are you thinking that you want to do it? Irini, thank you. Said congrats, Trish. Elizabeth said, so you warp by grouped inches and not in 100 thread groups. I like to do it in inches because I'm going to um when I thread heddles and then when I slay my heddle and then when I tie on, I do it in 1 inch bundles. So I do 1 inch at a time from the very beginning. So yes. Venus said, I'm knitting another flax baby sweater for a friend's soon to be new grandson. That is so fun. I might need to look that one up. Carrie said he does. I think you may have seen it on my Ann Arbor thank you post. I think I did too. White like his beard, blue like his eyes, and a little golden green. Does he have golden green in his eyes too? Oh, okay, Chris said with Sock Madness. So, you mean what is the competition? I definitely missed something. Thank you, Carrie. Said congratulations on round 4. I am definitely like not driving myself crazy this year like I have in previous years. I have. Kate said, congrats, Trish. Sock Madness was too intense for me last year. I'm definitely trying Sock World Championships or whatever it's called this summer, though we are moving, so it'll be interesting. Well, Kate, if I am a mod for that this year, so that's going to be fun. And I've tested a bunch of the patterns already. It's way more low key. You can park for a round if you want to and still keep going. So it's, I mean, I love Sock Madness, but Super Sock World Championship is much more low key. Brenda says, Sharon, me too. I was so ready for this project to be done. Well, Brenda, I hope you share a picture with us. I'd like to see it. Chris said, oh heavens no, I can't knit that speed. Alice said, my favorite client appreciates your caffeine choice, Trish. Oh, I was pretty much off caffeine for a while, and now I'm having like just a little bit, but I really like this. Chris said, oh, you are in round 4. Yes, I just this week finished round 3. Sarah said, I started spinning in January this year and I'm loving it. Thank you for sharing your knowledge with all of us. Today I'm spinning a fall colored top, maybe roving from Into the World. Nice. I love Into the World. Elizabeth said, I want to make the flax sweater for me and a baby that a friend just had. Oh, that's really fun, Elizabeth. You're going to make an adult and then a baby size? Holly asked, what is sectional warping? It's a way to warp your loom with a certain type of warp beam where you do it in usually 2-inch sections, but I think there are some that might have 1-inch section. And you wind straight from the bobbins onto your beam, a certain amount of warp, and then you move a little tension box that it runs through down, and we wind the next one so you can put on these really, really long warps. A lot of times people use them for rug looms because they want to put like one plain super long warp on so they can just do like rug after rug after rug. This time it's going to be spring themed towels, but I'm going to use some of the fabric for I think bags. We'll see how it comes out. But you know how much I love weaving the towels. I mean, I love it. Kate said, yes, the parking feature of Super Sock is very inviting. I keep telling my husband it's all car knitting, and now I have a reason to buy yarn on our local yarn crawl at the end of April. Yeah. And I'll tell you, to me, it seems like the mod team is going to be pretty laid back, and it's just all meant to be very laid back in comparison. because I do think Sock Madness is pretty intense, but I love it. I love the challenge. Chris said, "Are you enjoying the sock designs?" Some yes, some no. The one from this week, I loved. It has these little beaded, like, bugs, little flying bugs on it. They're really, really cute. Maritza said, "Ola started my channel last week to an awesome Yarny family. I hope everyone is doing well today." Sharon said, I'm gonna make Douglas cardigan by Andrea Mowry, waiting for my yarn to arrive. That's fun. Goodness. Does everybody have uh projects that they're thinking about doing next? I have like 20. So Alice said, "Haha, I'm a straight black coffee kind of girl, so obviously not their favorite consultant." Elizabeth asked, "Do you ever embroider your hand woven towels?" I haven't. I have only embroidered towels that I bought, but I think about it sometimes, and I think like maybe I should try it. I'm kind of afraid to screw up one of the towels that I wove, but I guess I should try. Catherine said, "Hey all, today I'm working on spinning some Icelandic for the Spark Cardi by Andrea Mowry." Yep, thank you. Abir said, "Everyone don't forget to thumbs up, please do." Lynn said, "I'm so bad at knitting, I couldn't do a sock if I tried." Lynn, everybody has started in the same place. And also, maybe you could. I bet you could. Maybe not the first try. A lot of people don't get it the first try. Maritza's yarn said, "I'm working on Sesame Street beanies." Rachel's got a ton of socks lined up, then sweaters. Carrie said, "Yes, I'm going to make myself a hat out of that windbreaker yarn." Oh, I can't wait to see that. Crystal said, "Argyle from Knitty, I have the yarn spun and now I'm trying to dye a color. And now I'm trying to dye to a color I like. I'm holding back hard on the dye part and I need to push it." Abir said, "Planning the Dustlin cardigan by Stephen West." I better look that up. Elizabeth said, "I have like 20 things I want to start like today." Same. While also feeling like I need to finish a bunch of stuff before I cast on anything else. Does that slow you down, Elizabeth? Because I let that slow me down sometimes. Lynn said, "Currently spinning yarn to weave fabric to sew a tablet sleeve." That sounds nice. Chris said, "Do y'all have travel plans in the camper this summer?" We do not at this moment. We're kind of waiting to see if another assignment for John's like side business comes through, I think, because that will really change our schedule. Irene said, "Never without projects." Sharon said, "Alice, I just recently really enjoy black coffee. Never thought I would enjoy coffee plain." Faraday said, "I'm dyeing and spinning for a night shift shawl. About half done. The yarn is working, but my eye for color is really sus." Shanna said, "I think I have plans and yarn for projects for the next 16 months to 3 years. Wow. Never know when I might get locked down again." Well, I hope we do know. Luther thought someone came to the door. Erin said, "Lynn, that sounds cool." Lynn said, "Nah, genuinely, I've done a lot of basic knitting, and after 25 years, I still can't wrap my head around how knit stitches work. Meanwhile, crochet is no problem." Kate said, "I'm waiting not patiently for my first support spindle for my birthday next week. I'm learning to..." Happy birthday. "I'm excited to learn a new fiber craft." Abir said, "Also, my mom asked for a cardigan, this time in black. Uh-oh. Get a good light." Alice said to Sharon, "If it was progression, it was progression for me too. The key is really good coffee." Lynn said, "Whenever I make a mistake, I have to go see someone else to fix it because I still can't figure it out. It took me forever." Thanks. Irene said, "I really like your towels. I can't wait to see your bags. Ah, wish me luck." You might not think that when you see me sew. I'm just not that great of a sewer. Sew-stress. Uh-oh. Okay, Alice says, "Sweet Kate, I'm on my it's, I think, on my to-do spindle list. Brenda said I'm going to knit the perfect knit tee, waiting on the yarn. I'm thinking about starting the Elton pullover by Joji Locatelli as well. Tracy said, Lynn, you can do it. See, I think so too. She said, I'm a novice knitter and I did it, so you can too. Sharon said, love knitting night shift. Elizabeth said, yes, it does slow me down sometimes, but apparently that's the way my brain rolls and it all gets done eventually, so I guess I just go with it. I do the same. Oops. Cynthia said, taking a break from baby projects and working on mohair cardi. That sounds nice. Carrie said, Faraday Farm night shift is a really fun knit. Yep, Lynn said, happy birthday to... My goodness, who just said that was their birthday was coming? Tell me. Next week. I already forgot. What's happening to my brains? Oh, Kate. Gosh. Crystal said, anyone that can knit socks. Look for 2 needle sock patterns if you aren't confident to knit. That's a good advice. Jerry said, just arriving. Hi, Jerry. Just hope you are all well. I've discovered tapestry weaving. I love it. And I had everything I needed beside the loom. That's nice. That never happens to me when I find a new thing I want to try. That I almost have everything. Faraday said to Shanna, isn't that just called a stash? Sharon said, yes, good coffee is key. Andy said, I just ordered yarn for the Knitprovisation shawl by Stephen West and also yarn for a summer tee. I'm very nervous about the shawl. I've never done a Stephen West pattern. Well, the good thing, Andy, is because he does them in those, alongs, there will be a lot of feedback in people's comments on their patterns, not their patterns, their projects and stuff. Oh, a beer. Love you too. Bye. Catherine said, my Ravelry queue is out of control. I have at least 6 must do in the next 6 months projects. I don't. Irene said, I have confidence in you. It's just another craft you will master. There you go. Okay, Alice said, oh, speaking of socks, Lisa is making a self-striping sock all-in-one, toe-to-toe. Oh, she'll figure out the length, cut it, insert heels, and I can't wait to see the finished product. So, it's like a big tube sock right now, and she's gonna, is that right? Kate said, thanks for the birthday wishes. You're welcome. Oh, Alice is on Thanksgiving this year, hence her desire for food to celebrate. Sharon said Stephen West Boneyard shawl is a good beginner pattern of his. Okay, Shanna said, yep, I don't have an IRA or a 401k. I have an independent retirement stash with a 401 WIP investment. Brenda said, I'm loving weaving the Ashford Big Blanket Little Loom project. I'm almost done with the second panel. I do not think I've seen that. I'm going to have to look that up. Shanna said, I'm definitely Sable. I think I am too. I don't like admitting that, but I think I might be. I maybe I need to come to grips with the fact that I actually am. I don't know. Lynn said, whoops, gotta go. Have fun, everyone. Bye, Lynn. Sarah said to Shanna, right there with you. I feel like I need to build a yarn annex onto the house. I just need to get knitting. And weaving and spinning and sewing. And I don't know what else. Alice said, yeah. Oh, sorry. Elizabeth said, Alice, my daughter's birthday was on Thanksgiving last year, her sweet 16. She was not a fan of a big turkey dinner for that one. Probably she will appreciate that more when she's older. Alice said, yeah, Trish on the sock, and it's adorable, blue and yellow, as I recall. It's blue and gold, basically. Yeah, really cute this time. Faraday said, does that mean we can use pre-tax income to buy fiber? I feel like yes. If you're looking for my okay, I'm going to say yes. Hello, Trina. Trina said, excited. My yarn is almost here. I can make some fun socks. Trina just bought some yarn from the shop. I'm excited. It's almost there, too. Hello, Teresa. She said, joining late. I think I'll go sit in the sun. I am going to rake as soon as we're done. Carrie said, Trish, when you're old and senile, you'll be able to go shopping in that stash. Just keep it. That's true. And if you think about it, number one, it's a little bit like hiding your own Easter eggs. You just find it and you're like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. How did this get here? And number two, if I just keep spinning, I will forget and like, you see what I'm saying? Chris said, don't forget the dungeon. Make time for dying. Next week, I'm definitely getting down in the dungeon. I tried to this week and it was so busy. We had a crazy weekend last week, but it was fun. We had a lot of family time. Some of it wasn't fun. Whatever. We had a funeral on Monday. That's why I say that. Yeah. Alice said to Elizabeth, yes, it's all about the food. Crystal said, I have to go. Everyone have a good rest of your day. Bye, Crystal. I'm going to go in a second, too, because I'm going to go rake in my backyard in the nice weather. Yes, Jerry said, Jerry, you are not kidding. Jerry said, seems like we all need a self-cleaning house. I mean, it's bad enough I have a vacuum that'll run itself, but we have the 3 levels, so I move it around and then run it. I try to do the whole house every couple days, but, you know. All right. Thank you so much for coming and seeing me today. I appreciate you. I am going to go rake and try to make sure I don't get blisters, because every time my wimpy soft hands, when I get back to yard work, I have to break them back in. And Sarah said, thanks for hanging out with us. Happy birthday and enjoy the wonderful weather. I'm going to. Thank you. And thank you for all the birthday wishes. You guys are the best. Okay. Have a great week. I love you. Bye.